Part 2 of my podcast guest speaking tour starts tomorrow. That's what this episode is all about. I'm going to tell you about my guest speaking request flow framework, my 6-point framework to ensure you are getting on the shows, building authority, and generating network and business opportunities after the fact.
You know when someone is selling from stage and at the end the audience gets up and rushes to the back of the room to buy? That's a table rush. My name is Mischa Z, and the Table Rush Talk Show is all about bringing you the tools, strategies, and tactics that you can use to grow your audience and inspire them to buy.
Part 2 of my podcast guest speaking tour starts tomorrow. By the time you listen to this episode, actually, I should be a few days into my guest speaking tour. I think I'm going to make a journal available as well, a daily journal where people can opt in and if I took daily notes, I think that would be incredible. That would probably be super fun for someone to be able to track and watch. Maybe interesting, maybe might inspire them. But so yeah, my goal is to guest speak on 100 to guest speak on 50 podcasts in 100 days. And on the last episode, I told you a little bit about the email template, the guest, the pod pitch. Oh my gosh, what's it called? My pod pitch guesting request email script framework, my customizable 6-point email framework to quickly create personalized on-the-fly emails to get you on shows. And man, there's going to be a lot of work around it, but I'm super excited. I've been doing all this work to get set up for this podcast tour. I've also opened and created this amazing family, this amazing community called the Influence Army of people who are wanting to do the same thing. I'm a few steps ahead of them, and so I've been sharing all the things that I've been doing and creating so that I can execute this tour, because it's a lot of work. I also created my guesting guide. You can go check it out at guestingguide.com, which basically is a guide that explains the bulk of what I'm doing. So go check it out, guestingguide.com. But anyway, there's a ton of work around it. And one of my gifts is systemizing these sorts of campaigns, these sorts of, I don't know, what would we call it? Make it rain campaign. That might be a great name for a framework, the Make It Rain campaign. So in my 20 years sales career, 30 years sales career, whatever it is, let's call it 20 years, I would find a niche. I would find out what they needed. I would put together a campaign to efficiently reach out to that niche, get that niche to respond back to me, and get them to say yes so I could serve them. Or no, because they get them to say no because they weren't a good fit. And now I have put together the same plan for guest speaking on podcasts. In the current marketplace, in the current online arena, so many people are frustrated, burned out, scared even, as they're trying to build their online businesses. They're thinking, man, what's the best strategy to take here? I'm tired of flip-flopping from strategy to strategy. I'm super scared to start throwing money at Facebook ads. And, they're realistically, a lot of us are, trying to start posting on the social media again, trying to get momentum on social media, joining another mastermind, following another guru, another mentor. By the way, I just might be your guy. It's so funny. But, with the strategy, this guesting tour, going on an influence tour, it gives you confidence. Like, I feel confident. You know what I mean? Like, I am super confident that I know I'm doing the right things. Like, I know that I've got the right strategy. I'm executing the strategy. I'm not going to have to throw money at the social media environment, at Facebook ads, waste money trying to figure it out. Like literally going from watching people waste money to now we are executing a plan, one day at a time, that's going to explode our impact, our authority, our income. And how powerful. So it's a guest speaking tour, an influence tour, I like to call it, where we're going out there, we're building our influence and by speaking on podcasts. And that's such an efficient way to do it. It's very interesting. I see a lot of people that have success in the online market, with online businesses, and it's surprising that a huge amount of them don't have these big social media followings. They aren't hyper active on the social media. They aren't building their influence on through the social media channels. They're doing it through networking. And that's basically what this is. We're going on an influence tour, which is networking, which is awesome. We're just networking on steroids, right? We're literally building a plan to network, which is amazing. One of the byproducts of this influence tour is that we're going to have so much organic content to post. And that's what the guest speaking request flow framework is all about. Well, that's one of the things it's all about. My 6-point framework to ensure you are getting on the shows, building authority, and generating networking and business opportunities after the fact. And basically, there's 6 points to it. What you do is you listen to 2 episodes, so that way you can build that connection that I talked about on the email, on the pod pitch email template. So you're building connection. You listen to 2 episodes, then you build your authority and connection posts. So there's there's a whole posting sequence of all the activities you're doing to guest speak on the show. So you do a post, hey, I found this amazing podcast. Do a snapshot, a screenshot, post it in your story, post it, on your page or whatever channel you use if you want to, not required, but it's giving you organic opportunities. Post 2 is a screenshot. I love this podcast. Post 3. Wait, what did I have? Post 1. Oh, I found this podcast. I'm so excited to listen to it. Post 2. I love this podcast. I just gave it a 5-star review. Post 3. Just listen to this episode. Here's my key takeaways. And of course, on all of these, you can tag the host, right? Post 4. Is a full post. I get into it. Then there's a repeat that process for the next episode you listen to, and then the final social story post is, I'm inviting myself onto this podcast. I sure hope they say yes. So there you go. You've just created 10 crazy social media posts. Not the social medias aren't crazy. You've crazily, easily, organically created 10 or more posts and that add value to your audience. And then they build your authority and your connection to the show host. Then we've got the pitch flow, which are the send the initial email and then then you do a DM, then you send invite email reminder 2, then you do a DM, then you send invite reminder email 3, and then during the interview we ask if we can recirculate the content, and I'm going to add to that ask if I'm putting, this is our script, what we say after the interview. We say, hey, can we recirculate that content? And hey, who do you know that, what other podcasters do you know that I might be able to jump on their show and serve their audience like I served yours? So you would ask them that, but you would also send that in an email. And then we've got the post-interview flow, and then we've got the repurposing the content flow. So much content can come out of this podcast tour. It's going to be crazy. And I just taught that framework to my class yesterday actually. And what I iterated or reiterated, or what I pointed out to them, reiterated is kind of like saying pointed out a few times, is that don't let any of this slow you down. So get the invites out, number one. Get the invites out easily. And if you don't have time to listen to the shows, to take notes, to build a stronger connection on your invite, don't worry about it. Send it out. Our goal is to get, like I said, 10 invites out a week. So this is very exciting. I'm going to start a journal, a daily journal, like a Google Doc, so people can follow, so you can follow. Also, I have a wait list that people can jump on. You can jump on if you want to jump in my community, my family here, the Influence Army community, where basically we're doing this. We got a community, support, all the templates are there, the Q&A calls, the classes. It is awesome. So, you can go to theinfluencearmy.com/waitlist. Again, theinfluencearmy.com/waitlist. And you get on that wait list. I usually open the doors. Currently, I'm opening them 2 to 4 times a year. But if you jump on the wait list, you can get early access. So the wait list people will get early access, surprise door openings, and a bonus. I'm going to throw in a really cool bonus, a super fun bonus that I'm looking to send to your house. So can't wait to do that. Anyway, jump on the wait list, get the guesting guide, and have a good day out there.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Table Rush Talk Show. For resources to help you sell your stuff, go to belove.media/resources. That's belove.media/resources. And be sure to subscribe, comment, 5-star, and share. Thank you again for listening.